It's episode 21 of our Road to Legend, and in this video we've got a total of 5 battles to show you guys, which consisted of 2 days worth of battles, 50 battles in total, and I actually had a crazy gain in the ELO later, which you guys will see at the end of the video. So today's episode is going to be the shortest one, as I wanted to make things really quick for today. Alright, so hi to all of you guys. So in the last episode, I was at 2,448 ELO after doing 1,500 battles, and we're going to enter the very first battle against Toromama Hisota. Alright, so she's using Bastiodon against my Medicham, a really good lead for us. Alright, and she's just going to stay in with her Bastiodon, and I'm just going to use a counter all the way, not even needing to switch into any other Pokemon at all, and I'm not even going to use my charge move at all. So she's going to use Flamethrower to do some neutral damage to us, but we're just going to farm down the Bastiodon. We are at half health, we got 100 energy ready for the next Pokemon. It's going to be Sableye. Unfortunately, I tapped on the Psychic by accident. Supposed to use the Ice Punch because that would do neutral damage to the Sableye, but that was a huge mistake on my part. But still, there's a 30% chance of debuffing the Sableye anyways. So we're going to try to get to the next Ice Punch. Alright, great, but there was a bit of lag. Brought in her very own Medicham, and I'm like, okay, seems pretty alright for us. But if you guys notice also, I've changed my team out a bit. I did not bring in my Galarian Stunfisk anymore. I'm using Swampert. So Swampert will actually fare better against Medicham in this situation, so hence it's kind of good. I'm gonna just go with Hydro Cannon spams. So it looks as if I'm gonna win this battle by a mile already, correct? But you guys will see something really amazing later on. Anyway, Dynamic Punch lands, and I was like quite surprised that my opponent is using Dynamic Punch. Most people will use Ice Punch, Psychic, or even Power Up Punch, either one of these 3 options as the charge move, but my opponent decided to use Dynamic Punch instead. And you guys will see that it actually made a huge difference, man. I'm going to shoot up against this thinking it's going to be Psychic, and it is Psychic. So knowing that she's running Dynamic Punch and Psychic, quite interesting choice by the way. Alright, so she's going to use Foul Play, and I did not want to shoot up against that since I want to save the shield against the Medicham, as it could use Dynamic Punch or Psychic against me. So I'm going to shoot up now. Didn't know why I did that though, but yeah, I had to do that. Anyway, we're going to go with Brine. We have double Brines almost ready already. Yeah, I did not slide properly, but it's still okay. It's totally fine because I knew my opponent's going to shoot anyway. Alright, so you guys can see I'm actually on my last Pokemon already, really quickly, yeah. And we're going to go with Brine right now. Alright, I was afraid though. I should have actually just totally farmed down the Sableye. I was afraid that the Foul Play may come in and it might take us out. So we're going to try to get to Brine, and fortunately we were able to score a win. That was a very close game, I must say. Alright, we're going to proceed to the next battle against Nati6077, who has actually reached Expert rank. To reach Expert rank, you need a total of 2,750 ELO. So I do not know whether she dropped her ELO deliberately, or, you know, just slowly trying to climb all the way up to Legend, and she dropped back down to 2,400 ELO. I've not even gone up to beyond 2,600 yet, so I'm still trying my best to do so. Anyway, we are against a Grass Hole, which a lot of people find that it's a nuisance to fight against, and we have double Ice Punches ready to actually do super effective damage to the Victory Bell. Unfortunately, she decided to double shield against the Ice Punches. I'm going to bring in my Toxic Packs because no way I can actually take out the Victory Bell, the Shadow Victory Bell to be exact, with my Swampert at all. It's just going to get annihilated. Alright, we're going to just farm down the Victory Bell, but we're going to have to shield this because a Leaf Blade will do a lot of damage since we have been debuffed already by for our defense. Alright, we're going to switch right away into our Swampert, into whatever that comes in, and it is a Medicham. Alright, so Medicham, she's going to use Power Up Punch, but we're going to go with Hydro Cannon spam all the way. Double Hydro Cannons will take out the Medicham, or almost taking out the Medicham, since we are not using a Shadow Swampert. Alright, if we are actually using a Shadow Swampert, hang on, is it going to be enough? No, it's not going to be enough. We need Shadow Swampert to actually do 2 Hydro Cannons to knock it out, but we're going to have to just do 2 more Mud Shots and it will be out. But we will have to suffer the Power Up Punch damage first. Ouch, alright. Are we going to be able to knock it out? But she brought in a Bastiodon. Alright, so when she brought in a Bastiodon, I'm like, okay, I need to use the Swampert to get rid of the Bastiodon as much as I can. Otherwise, it's not going to happen that my Toxic Pack is going to be able to handle the Bastiodon. We're going to go with Brine right now. It's going to do super effective damage to the Bastiodon. Alright, 2 really tanky Pokemon against each other. It's going to take a very long time to actually see one of them get knocked out. Alright, so another brine is going to go through, great, and it's not going to be enough to take out the Bastiodon though, but it'd be nice if I can bring in the Swampert to farm down the Bastiodon. Alright, but I'm trying to see if I could just knock it out, but we brought in the Medicham to catch this brine, though I'm not sure if it's the right move. After that, eventually I realized that actually it was the right move because she was able to bring in the Bastiodon, farm me down, and use a Stone Edge on my Swampert that totally knocked us out. Well played by my opponent though, GG man. Alright, so let's go into the next battle right now, and that's against the Wave 38. We are already more than halfway through with the battles already. So Warren lead though, a very good start for us, but she brought in a Shadow Swampert. And then I was thinking I should just stay in, right? I think we should be fine to stay in. I decided to shoot up against the Hydro Cannon because, like I said just now, Shadow Swampert, 2 Hydro Cannons will knock our Medicham out. So we are going to let the next one go through also, since the Swampert is already left with half health. Alright, we're going to go with Ice Punch now. And let's see if our opponent shields this or not. We have another Ice Punch almost ready already. Alright, we're going to counter down the Swampert, great, but we are down 1 shield, it's totally fine. And let's see what's the next Pokemon, and it's gonna be Talonflame. Alright, so Talonflame, we're gonna do 2 counters and go with the Ice Punch, or you know, whatever number that allows us to get a slight advantage, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna go with that since our Medicham is just gonna get taken out by the next Incinerate already. Alright, we're gonna have to do that, but we burn both shields just like that. So I thought, okay, we should be good, right? We're gonna bring in Swampert, and hopefully we can land a Hydro Cannon on the Talonflame. And it could be a Brave Bird, so we're going to have to shoot up against these 3 Incinerates will be ready for the Brave Bird. We're going to bring in Warren. Though at this time I was like, okay, should I just pull an immediate switch into Toxic Pact and save the Hydro Cannon for the Talonflame, or should I just go with a Sludge Wave? I did the Sludge Wave, and then I farmed a little bit more, brought in Toxic Packs, and I thought it would be good. Alright, you guys will see that it's not going to be good at all. Yeah, Earthquake's going to come through, taking out half health of our Toxic Packs, but we're just going to go with Brine. Brine will be enough to bring it down to low health. And I just decided to just tap a little bit to see if I could farm the Warren down so that I could actually use Brine onto the Talonflame. Unfortunately, I had to take a hit from an Icicle Spear first, which is kind of okay. We could get to Brine, right? Yeah, Brine will be enough to take out the Talonflame. No. Alright, so the Talonflame is going to take us out with Flame Charge. Okay, I thought we should be good. We should be good. We can get to Hydro Cannon, right? Cannot. Hydro cannot. Yeah, we cannot. It's gonna be Brave Bird, guys, and boom, 1-shot KO to our Swampert. I must say, really, really well played by my opponent. I did not really count properly in terms of the Incinerate. I should have been more focused and not be too complacent. Yeah, but the thing is, whenever you play Go Battling, you suffer losses like this, you just need to tell yourself not to give up and keep trying and learn from your mistakes. This is what I'm doing also. So yeah, you guys can see right now a Medicham mirror match. Alright, after switching out the first Pokemon, I couldn't really remember what's the first Pokemon that I saw got swapped out, but it's okay. We got our Swampert in right now to actually handle the Medicham. Hydro Cannon spam all the way as usual. Alright, so at first I'm running my Swampert with Sludge Wave, then I realized since I'm using Toxic Pact, I should just change the move of the Sludge Wave to Earthquake, which was what I did subsequently, and it kind of helps a bit. Alright, so you guys will see later on that the Sludge Wave will be changed to Earthquake. I'm not sure if I showed it in this battle or maybe in the future episodes though, but you guys will see that next time. So we're going to take out the Medicham. Talonflame is going to come back in, and Talonflame again, man, people are using Talonflame. I actually do not have a Talonflame for the Great League. So maybe I should just make one in the future. I'm not sure, man. I mean, I have one for the Ultra League. I do not have one for the Master League. Nobody uses Talonflame for the Master League. But yeah, I should actually make one for the Great League, and maybe get the Community Day move at the end of the year during the December Community Day. We will see how things goes. Alright, so Ice Punch is going to be shielded up. We're going to bring in Toxic Packs right now. And I'm not going to shoot up against this because Toxic Pack can still take a hit from a Brave Bird also. It's totally fine. Alright, that did a lot of damage, but it's still fine. I'd rather save the shield. Alright, so it's going to be Icicle Spear. I'm going to let this go through. I'm going to go with Sludge Wave. That will definitely do a lot of damage to the Shadow Warren. Alright, and perhaps we could pull a switch into Medicham also to farm down the Warren later on. But the Warren is going to farm us down right now. But we're going to farm down the Warren first before that could happen. And we're going to get to Brine, and Brine is going to take out the Talonflame. Oh my god, finally we won a battle against the Talonflame. Yeah. So far, I've encountered people who have been using Talonflame. I always have a problem fighting against it. I would say like maybe 60% of the time I will lose against someone who's using Talonflame. I mean, that was when I was still using the Galarian Stunfisk, but now with Swampert, probably it's slightly better. So going into this though, you guys can see that she decided to swap into Nidoqueen. I'm going to bring in my Swampert, which then I'm not even going to shoot up against this, as is even if it's Earth Power, it's totally fine. We can still get to double Hydro Cannons before anything happens, or before my Swampert gets taken out, so hence why I do not shield that. Alright, that's going to take out the Nidoqueen, and he's going to bring in Alright, he's waiting for the Switch Crop to cool down. Alright, he's going to bring in Warren. Going to go with Earthquake. Yeah, you guys can see I have Earthquake right now. I switched the charge move like I said. I'm more comfortable using a Sludge Wave because whenever we encounter like Azumarill, it will actually do a lot of damage to it. However, since I have Toxic Packs, like I said, it will be good enough to handle Azumarill, so hence why getting Earthquake onto the Swampert is a better option. Alright, so this is the last battle already, and yeah, now the Trevenant is back in. Trevenant with Seed Bomb is still going to do a lot of damage to my Medicham. We're going to go with Ice Punch. This will do good damage to the Trevenant, and yeah, half health get taken out. We're going to try and get to another Ice Punch, but I'm going to switch into Toxic Packs first. Try to farm down the Trevenant and prepare for the next Pokemon. Seed Bomb is going to do neutral damage to us. A lot of people think that actually Seed Bomb does super effective damage to Toxic Packs, but Toxic Pack is still a poison typing Pokemon which resists grass. Alright, Shadow Ball is going to do a lot of damage. Warren is going to be back in. We're going to go with Sludge Wave. Unfortunately, he managed to get to his charge move. Then I realized I should not have shield up against it. If I did not shield up against that, it wouldn't be as crazily close as what we are going to see right now. Alright, so Sludge Wave is going to go through. We're going to do a good amount of damage, and we're going to try and get to a Brine, but we got hit by another Icicle Spill, which will definitely knock us out now. Alright, and then Medicham is going to come in, try and farm down the Warren. Unfortunately, we are going to get hit by an Icicle Spear, and I was like, okay, I think I've lost this one. But I realized, oh no, wait, it's not a Shadow Warren. We survived that, and the counter landed, and we scored a win. Oh my god. So after all those 50 battles, finally, after 2 days of battling, my ELOs still remain the same at 2448. Yeah, so that was the crazy gains, guys. I gained 0 ELO. I also lost 0 ELO though, so that was good. Yeah, so that is that. I just want to tell you guys not to give up. Even though you are stuck at a certain like ELO or ratings or whatsoever, just keep trying, just keep pushing, just keep learning from your mistakes and overcome those losses. And eventually you will just keep improving. I am still trying to improve on Great League because like I said before, I play better in the Ultra League and the Master League. But now that I'm slowly getting the hang of it, I'm slowly being able to climb up to 2,500 in the Great League. Hopefully we can climb up to 2,600 in the Great League before the Ultra League and Master League comes. I'm hoping to climb up to 2,600 before Ultra League and Master League comes, and then utilize Ultra League and Master League to climb up higher to at least 3,000 ELO by the end of the season. Alright, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, definitely remember to leave a like on the video. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.